Amazing audience, we are live with Neal Phalora. Did I pronounce your name correct?
That's correct.
Boom, I love it. Phalora. It sounds like Theodora. Yeah. That's wonderful. Well, I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for having.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
Sure. Probably most notably, I like Jason have quite a few things going on at one time.
Right.
But my brother and I do have a social media app company called Seismic Vision, where we focus on making apps that have immediate human connection. So we're all talking about how creating a community that's offline of Facebook. But our goal was to then take this familiar platform and give people an opportunity to meet and still use the phone as the initial hello, because it's become more awkward, right, to say hello to somebody, right, because we're all doing this with our phones.
Yeah.
But the algorithms of the app then force you to meet in person. And so that, exactly. So that is...
You should have seen JC. So folks, JC, the guy that put this together, is in the background, right? And of course he knows my mission. So you should see him looking to see my facial reaction when I hear this guy say that. So he's like, and then he sees it and he's like... That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You could go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. And so we recently have inked a deal with people in esports, electronic gaming, theaters and nightclubs. So we're excited about that. It's not something that we've even really announced.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I have a few other pursuits briefly mentioned. I'm passionate about health, and so I have a intravenous spa that gives IV nutrition.
Wow.
So this would be vitamins and minerals through intravenous bags. It's been done since the 60s.
Wow.
It's become popular now. Most people think about it as purely hangover, but it can be very beneficial for health.
Yeah.
And then my overarching passion in everything I do is I have this Brain Warrior brand, and it's about being able to take our biology and our metaphysical self, and how do we kind of move ourselves forward, right? Get ourselves unstuck, not keep repeating patterns. And so that's for business, for personal. I've done a couple TED-like talks
that's
on that.
great.
So yeah, so I'm a little bit everywhere. Harrison always, when he brings me to something, he starts to introduce me. He goes, "What? Just say what you do."
So who did you learn that skill of? There some people would say you're an overachiever, right? I disagree with that, though. Who did you learn the skill of being an achiever from?
Yes. So that's a great question. My dad was born at the base of the Himalayas on literally a dirt floor farm, right, with a hole in the ground for a restroom kind of existence, right? His father was a 9th grade educated guy, farmer. My dad is a farmer still at heart, right? And his mother died in adolescence, so he got the idea to go to veterinary school. And basically, not in his caste system, his village people said, "Hey, you're not rich, you don't have a bribe, you don't know anybody, you're not going anywhere, just stay at home."
Yeah.
So he literally blasted himself into vet school, was the #1 student every year with a gold medal, and then left the United States to pursue a PhD in genetics, which my dad tells me at this time would have been like me telling him I'm going to Mars and describing the mission. His dad had no concept for that, right? And so
I'm laughing because the examples speak to the intellects of the individuals, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, and my dad and I bonded over not football, but ideas.
Yeah.
How to think.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your brother,
he's equally as motivated in his own way. He's an attorney that has a financial mortgage broker firm, and he's doing the app portion of my business. We're doing it together.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Dynamics, huge dynamics in what you all do.
Yes, and working with family, which has its own.
Yeah, that's the most fun.
It is. Ask my brother.
I'm working with my wife right now.
Yes.
We're in the front seat of a car. We're traveling an average of 15,000 miles in the front seat of a car with my wife, and we have to get work done.
Yes. There's no opportunities for sitcom there.
No. Reality TV eat your heart out. You know?
Yes.
What is one thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
Over the last 3 years, one thing that I've done consistently, honestly, is having this overarching need to thrive and to work on my own brain rewiring. So this is something that I talk about quite passionately. You know, at the end of the day, all our limitations are here, right? We want to see them as outward, or a business or a person is standing in our way. But once you know your way, nobody can be in it, right? So one thing that I've done consistently over the last 3 years is I'm a seeker of this and learning different techniques in which we can take the limitations that our brain is providing us, the false signals that the brain is providing us, and actually physically rewire those, right? You come to where you are in your life through a set of experiences that get wired in your brain. So you can use that, hack that, and give your brain a set of experiences so that things that are limiting sort of disappear and they sort of prune away.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to go too into any other thing, but let me just go one thing. So with that, right? With that rewiring, have you seen it be? Is it always connected to work? Is it because I found that to do that, because I'm also one of the individuals who believe exactly what you just said. I found that it's necessary to work, to work your way out, right? Whatever you're doing. Have you seen that as well? That work is like the foundation of creating the change?
Yes and no. I mean, what I would say is that I originally started this for actually even health reasons. There are a lot of people who do this rewiring of the brain for health reasons. The brain is the next evolution for healing in the body and so forth. But what I found is that it brings not just along your abilities to move your business forward and so forth, but you also personally be able to enjoy many things that are side benefits of that, like judgment detox, right? This is a big thing that goes on all of us. We judge ourselves, judge other people. So there are a lot of ancillary things that came along the way, a sense of peace, a sense of letting go of how things have to happen. I know that you probably have never had that happen, but I often get married to how something has to happen.
Me speaking to
you I'm certain this has never happened to you.
It definitely has.
Yes,
How does it make you feel though, like doing what you're doing, seeing the benefits, being the test subject for the work you do?
I mean, amazing. That's part of what I call my abundance tree, abundance equation, which is not just a wealth component, it's many other things: freedom of time, freedom of ability, freedom of a social and professional network that I can leverage, health freedom. It feels amazing. It's not easy work, right? Because it's the internal summit, Preston, JC was talking earlier about, being on not everybody wants to go to the same mountaintop, but it's really that internal summit that you do, climb that mountain.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, champion, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me now invite you into my imaginary time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. What is your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory. My brother was crying, and I was trying to pick him up and take him to my parents.
Wow. How old do you think you were?
No more than 4, maybe like 3, like late 3s, early 4s, maybe.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I have an easy and deep emotional connection to people. I sense who they are, and we're getting into the woo-woo here a little bit, but that's just me, deep, authentic, mental, physical connection with people, and he was in distress, and so I think I was just trying to help.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
It's a direct beeline to that. Being that way also has its challenges too. It's been a challenging way. I've had to learn to taper that and then sort of rework it back into my life as well. But it certainly is every bit of why the path I'm on still to this day.
I love it. You don't need my help there. I think you figured it out yourself. That's amazing though. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Michael Jackson's Billie Jean.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Billie Jean's
Yep.
not my girl.
That's right.
Baby, you're... So it says, baby, what does it say in that song? Baby, you're the one? Baby, you're...
No, it says Billie Jean's not my lover. But the kid is not my son. That's what it is. Yeah.
So that's it right there, right?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly. Let's do yes or no, right? Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours
More
a
than
day?
8.
If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Neal Phalora, what would you say that is?
I am whole and healthy, clear and brilliant. I am open-hearted, joyous, free adventurer.
I love it.
I do what I want when I want. I do it calmly and confidently.
I love it. Ooh, he knows his. Neal, before we leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
All I would say is that there's so much available to you. There's so much available to you. If you just can have the ability to let go of what you see yourself as, and a lot of that is just your own biology. It isn't really you. The absolute you is infinitely powerful to do whatever it is you need to do. Just exercise some forgiveness every day about where you think you are and where you think you should be, and open up the space to be amazing.
Love it.
Yeah.
Neal Phalora, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with
My
Angel
pleasure, brother.
Jones.
Yeah. Yes.
Boom.